From tragedy to triumph, Coach Dave Woodard is this week's Texas Hometown Hero, brought to you by the all-new 2014 Silverado.
April 17th of 2013 began like any other day in the town of West, but this farming community located about 20 miles north of Waco was forever changed later that afternoon. The West Fertilizer Company, which stored ammonium nitrate, had caught on fire. Curious onlookers videotaped the fire with their phones, not knowing what was about to happen.
All the lights had turned off, all of a sudden, and then I just heard a big, actually lifted me out of my chair, and it just sent shock through all of my body, and just everything was rattling so really hard and everything. So kind of put me in a daze, because you could hear it, and you're like, and your ears are popping and everything. I mean, I even heard it pretty loud just being inside a building in a church.
An explosion with the force of an earthquake created a 93-foot crater and injured more than 300 people while killing 15.
Oh my Lord!
I was just trying to rush home and just try to go see what was wrong, and hopefully my parents were okay. And I just left my truck there just sitting in the middle of the road because I couldn't even move it. It died.
Firemen and police were dispatched onto the scene as a call went out to volunteers of all walks of life. Farmers, business people, teachers, and students tried to help as private homes, apartments, schools, and nursing homes were destroyed.
While we were in church, there was kids outside, and we were trying to help them all out there, try to get them to safety, from the fumes and everything that were being spread everywhere.
First reaction is get close to my family, make sure they're all right. Got so many close to here.
We knew it was bad, but I don't think any of us really understood the enormity of what had happened until we'd actually gotten back here in town and gotten to the community center and saw what had transpired.
The community of West came together like never before as the gridiron was transformed into an injury field with patients and emergency vehicles.
I saw everybody walking out their houses because all their glasses are blown through, and then all their doors are open, windows gone and everything, so it was pretty crazy.
3 total families come over to my house that night. Never went to bed, watching the news all night about all the medical stuff on the football field and ambulances on it. Thought I wasn't gonna be able to play on it again.
All right, here we go, we're good. Here we go, we're good.
The athletic director and head coach of the West Trojans is David Woodard, who was returning home from a track meet. Just prior to the accident, Woodard was promoted to head coach. Fitting for a man raised in this community to be in the right position to lead his school in their greatest time of need.
Our community supports our football team, and our football team represents our community real well. So those two things have this year, probably more so than ever, have gone hand in hand with helping each other get through the times that we've been through.
Some wondered if the opening game would be played, but Woodard insisted that it would be the healing this community needed.
It was more of an emotional thing to get back on the field and just prove something, rise up.
Our kids were anxious about getting on the field and playing. Us coaches were anxious. It really gave us, for those 2.5, 3 hours we were out at practice, it gave us that time to get away from everything else.
David Woodard knew it was time to rise up, which became the team motto. Players, coaches, and fans rose to the occasion on opening night.
Just thinking about it all the time, hey, season's finally back up. Going out there to play some football, man, it's great. We were just glad that we could still play.
We had to deal with a lot of distractions, a lot of adversity, a lot of changes in our plans, but to our credit, our community and our school and so many people pitched in.
As the season wore on, the Trojans entered homecoming week winless. With the playoffs hanging in the balance, West played their best game of the season in a heartwarming victory over Clifton.
That homecoming win was great. It felt awesome.
Just getting a win for this community, it meant so much to us, and it meant so much to the community.
David Woodham is a native of West. He grew up here, married his sweetheart, who was also from West. They had their own house built right here in West. The only problem was that house was completely destroyed the day of the explosion. They recently moved back in on the same plot of land in a brand new house.
The house was basically in the exact direction of the blast, and so it was totally destroyed. All the windows were blown out, doors were blown open, ceiling joist was broke, there was a couple of holes in the roof. One total back wall was totally collapsed in, so our house was totally rebuilt. We moved back in this week.
He's been really stressed on football, the house, his family, but he's a good guy. We all love him around here. He's a town man.
Oh, Coach Woodard, he's a funny guy. He's really fun to be around. He's a great coach, and we all love him.
The people of West endured a lot in 2013, and there's no question the painful memories of what happened on April 17th won't go away anytime soon. But with the help of people like David Woodard, Rise Up is exactly what this little Czech community has done and why Coach Woodard is our Chevy hometown hero. In West, I'm Jeff Power.
This has been an episode of Texas Hometown Heroes, brought to you by the all-new 2014 Silverado. For more episodes, visit maxpreps.com/hometown heroes.